category, as requested by Walt, dumb things I've done. So let's get started.
I think I talked about my going up into the swimming pool up there in the mountains of Trinidad.
No.
Oh, I didn't? I haven't
No.
talked about that yet? Oh, well, I could not handle the heat in Trinidad, okay?
Now, what year was this?
This would have been in 1947.
Okay. Now, why were you in Trinidad?
I was in the Air Force.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And they put me on the B-17 as a mechanic without sending me to school.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I could not handle the heat. I mean, I really couldn't handle it. So I used to, when the swimming pool in the base was closed, which is quite often, I'd go up to this beautiful, euphoric, beyond belief, beautiful pool up in the mountains, walking through the jungle for a mile to get to the pool. There's a falls coming down, and it was just beautiful. I'd go swimming up there. One day I came out of the water. I think I might have mentioned this, and I'm standing there, and there's a deep voice with a British accent saying, "Mon, what are you doing?" I turned around, I looked into the chest of the biggest black I've ever seen. He's got gold necklace, gold teeth, and he's smiling at me. And he says, "You're going to die here. Don't you know about the wheel here in Trinidad? We have a snake they call the wheel. And it lays along the bank like a root from a tree, and you'd be stepping on it, it'll grab you and constrict you and drown you." And then he says, "We have the fer de lance here, which will curl up and can lunge through the air for 20 feet like a lance." And that's why they call it fer de lance. Its fangs are straight, not curved. And you're dead when that hits you. And he told me about the anaconda and the boas.
So what was he doing up there?
He was a snake catcher.
Oh, wow.
That's how he made his living. And
Cool.
we had so many snakes in Trinidad, which the base had been deserted for years. I mean, they were all over the place. I'd go out at night and shine a light around the field where they used to march, and you see the snakes pop up all over the place. But he told me about the boas and the anacondas. Their biggest fear was the army ants. Because when they swallow a deer, like in Trinidad, the deer are small, they'd swallow a deer, and it'd take a month or two to digest it. This is what he was telling me, and I've never seen anything like this on National Geographic or anything, or any of the nature shows. They would go to sleep for a month or two, and their fear was the army ants. So they would cruise the area before they'd swallow the deer or whatever they had predated, and make sure no army ants were headed in that direction before they go to sleep. Now, because if the army ants were headed in that direction, they would be nothing but bones in a matter of, well, maybe say minutes or hours.
Right.
If they're asleep. So that was their one fear, and I got an education from him.
What was his name?
I never got his name, or he probably told me. That's been so many years ago, you know. And I didn't know I was going to be interviewed about it.
Okay, so that's the end of the story of snakes in Trinidad.
Well, yes and no, but
Is there more?
well, when we first got there, there was a 26-foot snake behind the hangar. I think I mentioned this before.
Nope.
And we got down there. There were, I think, 100 of us reactivating the base. I don't always use me to reactivate bases. I don't know why. and
Test subject.
And here I am. They've assigned me the guard duty of our one plane. We were getting more planes later, but of our one B-17. We were photographing all over South and Central America. And I'm there guarding this plane by myself, and knowing there's snakes all around, and I got a carbine, which isn't much help against a snake. I'm better off I had a machete, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody down there has machetes.
Yeah.
But they gave us a carbine and told us not to shoot it unless you have to. Well, you can't shoot a snake when it's got curled around you.
Right.
You know, when it's curled around your neck, you say, "Hold everything out. Let me. Where's your brain?" I don't think you shot in your brain it would have made any difference because their muscles still keep
going,
you,
right?
They keep constricting you. Anyway, I stayed there all night. I can't say I was scared, but I was in awe of all the jungle. We're in the middle of the jungle here.
Yeah.
And I'm in awe of all the night sounds. And I think, oh my God, this is weird here. What am I doing down here? This is the New Jersey kid. I don't know, what do I know? Anyway, so I was able to get out of there. I think I told you how earlier. By putting in for a transfer to the band in Puerto Rico.
Okay. So that's the end of Snake Stories in Trinidad?
Right.
Great. Okay.